Hello everyone, I hope you're having a great day. Welcome back to another episode of the best mods of the week in Baldur's Gate 3's Mod Manager. Patch 8 released this week, but we actually got some of the best mods I've ever seen in the Mod Manager, featuring some things that add new functionality to the game that we haven't seen previously, new animations. There's a ton of cool mods like Pika BOO, which lets you turn into an actual wild-shaped Pika BOO with like Thunderbolt, Volt Tackle, and other things. But we also got some mods that change functionality of like photo modes. This mod by Chloe here lets you actually move the camera in a much larger area so you can take some really cool pictures in the game. I think this is cool, and we're starting to see some new mods related to patch 8 already. Fantastic. I hope we'll start to see some new poses and such at some point soon, but this was amazing to see. So I guess we'll just start off with that. We also got ourselves a bunch of different mods related to like items and gear. So this mod by Eclipse is Dragon Age gear. Now, Dragon Age Origins is my favorite of the games, but you can see here we got some really cool looking armor pieces. So this can definitely be for someone that wants to, you know, spice things up in terms of what they got their characters all dressed in. So you can see here I'm wearing one of the pieces of armor from this. There's quite a few different pieces that look absolutely nice. So like this one here, that's not appearing on my character because it's only for bigger body types. There's elven armor, which also will not appear on my character, unfortunately. But yeah, you can see from this one here, this looks really nice. I am a big enjoyer of mods that add a bunch of new types of armor and appearances from other franchises and stuff. We also got some cyberpunk mods, and CD Projekt Red actually let them use the assets for it, which is very cool. But I guess we'll start off that with the Eclipse mod there. We also got ourselves Tasha's Cauldron of Outfits, also by Eclipse. I've mentioned before, Eclipse isn't going to be in every single video. They've been putting out seriously amazing mods every single week. And we also got the Knights and Dames, which is what I'll be covering here next. So the Tasha's Cauldron of Outfits, that's what you saw there at the start. I think it looks amazing. So we got things like this modified armor there, Shadowheart wears. You got the Druid appearances, Shadow Sorcerer. Shadowheart's outfit's also one of the ones here. So the Nightseer. There's a lot of really cool ones in this. So I definitely encourage checking this out because they're mashups of different mods or different armors from the game itself, and they look incredible. So definitely worth downloading because, yeah, the drip is eternal here. And as I mentioned, we also got the Knights and Dames here, which gives some very nice looking armor pieces. So this is like a modified version of the armor of agility there. It looks incredible. I'm a big fan of everything that I've seen out of all of these mods here. So just different mashups of armor that you do get in the game, and they all look absolutely gorgeous. Some of these are perfect for if you're going to go through and use some of the new subclasses in patch 8. This mod, Knights and Dames here, is made by Artie Henrietta, who's made some other mods here that we've covered previously. Like the Wings character creation, which is now on console, which is kind of cool. But yeah, there's a ton of different cool outfits in all three of these different equipment mods. So definitely worth checking out if you're looking for something new and flashy to put your character in. I definitely think that these look incredible. So worth the download, and I think it's amazing. Now, I just want to briefly touch on this. There's another World of Warcraft Death Knight. I know there's been a couple in the past that got removed. This one isn't properly working for me, so I couldn't really review it, but I like the idea that this is coming to the game again because big fan of Death Knights, and there's a few different mods here. So they do have some different subclasses that are added to it. I think this is cool, but fortunately it wasn't working for me. I still just wanted to touch on it because this is a very highly requested mod. I know a lot of people really wanted this one. I'm going to try and work it out, but obviously with patch 8 releasing, there's been a lot of things going on. I still just want to talk about it. But we also got ourselves the Weave Monk, which is a very unique class that has 4 different subclasses. This mod was made by Purplesaurus Rex, and what it ends up looking like, the 4 different subclasses, you got the Way of Samsara, Way of the Eldritch Magic, the Way of the Mo Verdine, and the Way of the Storm Rider. So really cool, sweaty palms there. I'll cover this in a bit more detail near the end of the video because there's some other things that I want to cover as well before we hop into classes, as per usual with these videos, like the Pika BOO Wildshape mod made by Moon6, who made the Origin Mirror mod I know a lot of people love. So this basically gives you a wild shape form for the druid. So just playing as the druid here, you get this wild shape Pika BOO, and it levels up every 2 levels of the druid, so you can wild shape yourself, turn into Pika BOO. It's so cool. As someone that loves Boo, this is perfect for me. But this has different things. So you got the Pika BOO Thunderbolt. So you got these cool attacks. So boom, yellow lightning. So normally the lightning looks a little bit blue in this game. This gives some new cool ones. There's Volt Tackle as well. You unfortunately can't use it on allies, but you can see there you can like dash around with that. It's awesome. So woo. Unfortunately broke that apart. You got double team, which will increase your overall armor class and gives you these little ghostly boos. I'm a huge fan of this. This is super cool. And there's also quick attack. So he's got 4 moves as per usual on Pokemon. So yeah, this is cool. Pika BOO. I hope that this one ends up coming to console at some point, because I think this is awesome. Again, love any of these mods that add different VFX. So like this yellow lightning looks really cool. And yeah, I think this is amazing. Another awesome mod, BFR Nimbus level scaling. This is by Catlix here. So I previously covered a scratch leveling mod. This is similar for Nimbus, the Hound of Ill Omen. I really like Nimbus, but only getting 42 health makes it kind of difficult in the late game, especially when Nimbus is all about getting attacked and splintering off into more dogs. So this is again with the patch 8 new Shadow Magic Sorcerer. So basically what this does is at level 6, unchanged from the original, as it levels up, the health increases and gets a new ability, the Shadow Blink, which is basically a Shadow Walk, creating a cloud of darkness at the ability, which is so cool because you get darkness if you use the Eyes of the Dark Sorcerer spell. It also gives you increased health at level 11, similar to when it gets a subclass ability. So increased health, increased armor class, strength increases, and gets an extra attack, so you can do 2 attacks. I love this. Always a fan of different leveling mods like this, and here's just another one for Scratch. So you can have, or for Nimbus, so you can have Scratch and Nimbus both leveling up and getting stronger. I think that's cool. You could do like a solo dog run if you wanted to, like with the Beastmaster even, getting an extra dog. Super cool. Yes, with the Shadow Magic and like using a second class, you could have the Beastmaster alongside it for an Ultimate Pets run. But we also got ourselves some cosmetics. So this is the Ashley Graham and Jill Valentine mod. So if you're a Resident Evil fan, this is for you. So that's what it looks like there. I'll show you what it looks like on my character. So that's what it looks like there on my character. I don't know. I think the Drow does change the face shape a little bit. And then there's Ashley Graham, which, meh, they're good. It's cool to see different ones. I'm a fan of some of the other mods that we've seen recently. And this creator's different mods. The Jennifer Check one is one of my favorites, and the Rhea Ripley was also very cool. But yeah, this is one of my favorites. They also made Firecracker from the boys, but I do really like their Jennifer Check face mod. I've been asked about this a lot. It doesn't have that many downloads, only 263. Highly recommend downloading this, but this one looks awesome. These two, they could be up your alley. That's what they look like there. So yeah, Jill Valentine, Ashley Graham. You might need to play around with them to get them to look exactly the way you want. But we also got ourselves this one. I don't have downloaded, but the Tobey Maguire head. This gives you the ability to play as Tobey Maguire. Throw some dirt in your eye. Yeah, it's hilarious. I think this is really cool to see in the mod manager. So yeah, if you want to do a Spider-Man run, here you go. And we also got ourselves the Akira head preset, and that's a head mod that I was using at the start here. This is another mod made by Eclipse, and yes, it looks great. So that's how the character looks. Very clear skin, very Barbie doll-esque, I guess you could say. I think it's cool. The more head mods, the better. I'm still a huge fan of Vampirin's other heads mods, but you can see that it's still kind of similar. This is a really good sign that we're getting more face mods like this added into the game. Eclipse has been doing, again, serious work putting a lot of mods from Nexus over into the mod manager itself. And yeah, just another great head preset. We also got ourselves Planewalker's Barbershop. This is thank you to CD Projekt Red for kindly giving me the permission to use these assets from Cyberpunk 2077. Proof of permission can be provided to admins if requested. And disclaimer, while this mod myself is associated with CD Projekt Red, but very cool because we see previously I've covered the I had the Siri outfit mod, which CD Projekt Red also let a modder use. Amazing company, by the way. I just want to shout out CD Projekt Red for doing that. Cyberpunk 2077. You may not have played it, but it's amazing. Definitely a great company, similar to Larian. So you got this hair mod here, and what's cool is whatever dye you're using is going to be right around the rough edges there. So yeah, you can it looks a little different depending on the head that you're going with. And then we also got this one here. So two really cool hair mods from Cyberpunk. So yeah, definitely worth checking out if you're looking for something related to Cyberpunk. You can see here some awesome shots with them. This mod was made by Jarinsky here. So yeah, they've also made a bunch of other ones like Galing and Lil Zell. But yeah, shouts out CD Projekt Red, shouts out Jarinsky for this one. Now we also got ourselves the Divine Sister Robe. I should have covered this one earlier when I was going over the equipment. Skirbie, again, has put out some seriously amazing mods. You can also buy them a coffee if you enjoy the mods that they create. I just donated the other day because I love their stuff. Skirbie's put out serious heat. They're another person that's been in pretty much every one of these best mods of the week video just because they make some amazing mods. So yeah, you may know them for lightsaber mod, the gun mods. But yeah, this is just another really sweet outfit mod. So with this, we got ourselves the sister robes here. So that looks really nice. Just another awesome looking dress mod. And it also has like handwear. I guess I'll just put that on there. Got sleeves. You got the headwear. So if you want to go with that, looking very majestic. And then also you got footwear, so you got shoes. But yeah, it looks awesome. You can dye this as well. So just another great mod by Skirbie here. Yeah, look at that. That is so nice. I have been using their Femme Fatale tactical dress mod in a lot of my videos. You've probably seen those before. Yeah, everything they put out is seriously amazing. I've never seen such high quality coming from the modders in Baldur's Gate 3's modding community. So shout out Skirbie, amazing mod. And we also got more hair colors. This may be for someone. There's a lot of hair color mods, but I always just like to cover ones that just bring some new natural hair colors, and then the unnatural hot pink classic forest green. You see something there, it may be worth checking out if you're looking for some further customization. I already have a bunch of different hair color mods, and this is just another awesome one. Now we also got ourselves Mind Weaver animation. So I mentioned this at the start of the video. This is awesome. It just what it does is adds the Arcane Archer animations to the Aetheric Strider subclass that they have. This is starting to open the doors to new mods coming through to Baldur's Gate 3 because we got new animations in patch 8. This is adding the cool animations. You get the jumping shot there with the cool bright VFX there. So amazing. Hopefully we'll start to see more mods like this as people get comfortable with using the new assets and stuff that came with patch 8. Incredible to see, though. I just wanted to shout out ZX10RX for putting something together this quickly. Like, yeah, this, like, they made their mod a while back, and to have something out to add new animations is seriously so cool. So amazing to see. Now, I personally like Gale's robe. You can see it in my profile picture. It looks cool. But I've covered all the other Azazel's was taken mods here. So this just adds a new outfit. Handsome Wizard, it's called. So it just gives Gale this different appearance here. It may be for someone. I always like to cover these because, hey, maybe someone wants to have Gale dripped out like this. It's cool, but I just like his normal dorky wizard robes. So yeah, just want to cover that one here. Now this is cool. A story mode. So Baldur's Gate 3, not the most difficult game in the world, but sometimes, you know, people just want to play very casually. Like I was playing honor mode on stream today and the brain sniped me. I was trying to sneak past them and then went, ended my run just right there. So story mode makes it a lot easier. This basically is the effects you get in Explorer difficulty. You get more health. Enemies have less health. Proficiency bonus to all saving throws. 20 damage at all hits, 20 in all abilities. Basically, increased carry capacity, 3 actions, extra bonus actions. So yeah, it just makes the game a lot easier. So yeah, it's something maybe for someone out there. Just wanted to cover that as well. Wanted to cover this to make the game harder. So Booming Blade, no extra attack. This Nerf is Booming Blade because previously what you could do with Booming Blade is you can literally do a attack with Booming Blade. So you can attack with it and then do another weapon attack. And if you have haste, you can do Booming Blade again and then do another attack. This changes so that it no longer allows you to do that. I think it's cool to see mods like this that just make the game a little bit more challenging. So with the Weave Monk, basically what this does is it has the ability to reflect back damage that you take. So you got like the ability to absorb necrotic damage or psychic damage, fire damage, or lightning damage. And since I'm a big fan of elemental damage, we're just going to cover the Way of the Storm Rider. It gets a lot of the same abilities that the monk itself does get. Oh, I didn't switch my screen there, but basically you got the ability to absorb the elemental damage types that you take. You also get the Weave Arts, Agonizing Strike, add your Wisdom modifier to your attacks, and you also get the Honor Movement, Cold Snap spell there, Weave Arts, Retribution, doing lightning and cold damage on attacks, or thunder and cold damage. So as you continue to level up, you get a lot of cool benefits depending on the subclass you choose. Like the first one, the Samsara there, does necrotic and radiant damage. You also get the Thunder Clap. You get the subclass features Attunement Storm. Your key is attuned to the flow of the atmosphere. You have advantage on attacking elementals, giants, and dragons. They have attacks with disadvantage. So it's really cool. You kind of counter specific class or specific enemies that you may fight. Randori here doing a punch attack, and you can attack 3 targets at once, possibly disarming them and doing a little extra force damage. You got Throw Sparks. You can throw lightning damage at targets. Abduction Tempest, which does thunder, cold, and lightning damage, summon an enemy and pull them through Tempest Portal in the Weave with a bonus action. So yeah, there's a lot of really fun abilities that you get here. You get an extra attack. You got the Coalesce Braids. Focus your key in the Weave to amplify the braided energy, double the damage when released. You also get Exhale Frost, so it's kind of like a cold breath attack, similar to Cone of Cold, one of my favorite spells. Level 6, you get the Weave Art, Key Armor. Infuse your body with Key Force and deal 1 to 10 force damage to any creature that attacks you with a melee attack. You get the Penitence Frost, draw a key from your attacks, enhancing your strikes with thunder, lightning, or cold damage. And yeah, that's the all different subclass abilities there. I also get the evasion as per the monk and advanced randori. I'll show you what these attacks look like as well. So yeah, as you continue to level up, you get some more abilities regarding the elemental damage types. I'd recommend downloading this and trying it out because there's a lot to cover with this. It's a very well done mod. So you can see here we got our, like, we can enhance our attacks with lightning or cold damage, so we can apply that. So whenever we do our attacks, they'll have additional damage type on them, and it also makes your fists glow, which is super cool. So yeah, big fan of this mod here. And then you got like your sweaty bombs, you got throw sparks here, which you can do a lightning attack in an area of effect, and boom, will not react. So yeah, that knocked him down. This is great for reverberation as well. Exhale frost doesn't make a huge area of effect, but it's enough. And then this one here, you can do a large attack there, making enemies drop their weapons. I also have the snowburst ring on, so that's why there's cold surfaces popping down on the ground. Sorry, Halson. And you also got this, which you can use to teleport with somebody there. Boom, creating ice surfaces as well. So yeah, this is a very fun monk subclass mod, so definitely recommend giving this one a try, because yeah, very well done. I'll be doing a more in-depth video at this at a later date, but I just want to rip through and show off all the best new mods of this week, because yeah, there were some incredible ones here, and very surprised, as patch 8 I thought would have people playing that, but no, we got ourselves some serious fire in terms of mods in Baldur's Gate 3. So let me know your favorite in the comments, hit the subscribe button below if you haven't already, and I'll see you all in the next video.